current data in the annex. Leon's election day process data are followed by trends identified during social media monitoring and incidents reported by observers. Voting procedures. Leon observers reported the following procedural findings from the polling places observed. Notably, NEC polling place officials always adhere to the procedure in 8 categories listed below between approximately 72 and 97% of the time. The mostly category range between approximately 1 and 17%. The range for the combined figures for procedural adherence increases to 89% to 99% of the time. The observer data indicates that NEC officials appear to understand and implement the NEC procedure during elections day at the polling places observed. Leon remains concerned that important procedural steps were observed as sometimes or never being adhered to. For example, observers reported that queue controllers did not check the valid voter cards at approximately 7% of the time. Identification officers did not take voters' name on the final registration roll at approximately 7% of the time. Ballot issuers did not explain how to cast a ballot correctly approximately 9% of the time, and the use of the tattered ballot by visually impaired voters was not explained at an alignment rate of approximately 11% of the time. Leon recommends that NEC continue to improve its screening methods and emphasize the needs of visually impaired so that they can more fully participate during elections. Key controller check voter ID card, 85.3%, always, and mostly it's around 7.4. ID officer put tick to the name of the registration roll, 89%, always, and for mostly 3.5%. Ballot issuers stamp the back of the ballot paper. That was done around 92.7% of the time, and mostly at 1.3%. Tactile ballot explained to blind and that's partially sighted, 77.9% always, and mostly 11.1%. Ballot box controller marked voters with indelible ink, 94.4%, always, and mostly 3.1%. Secrecy of the ballot respected during voting, 93.1, that's 93.0%, always, and 5.3%, mostly. Voters left polling place after voting, 71.9%, always, and 17.5%, mostly. Leon observers also reported that in approximately 10% of polling places observed, individuals were allowed to vote without a valid voter card, and people were seen campaigning at polling places during the voting. Leon acknowledges that even though procedural adherence was reported approximately 90% of the time, the lack of adherence of these areas remains an important area for procedural improvement and policy enforcement. Individuals allowed to vote without valid voter cards, but they allowed, we see it's around 89.7% no, that was observed, which is positive. People campaigning at the polling place during voting, in the positive is no, it's around 89.6%. polling place running out of ballot papers during elections day? No, that's around 98.1%, which is good. Polling place ran out of indelible ink during the day. Yes, at 1.3%, and no at 98.7%, which is positive. Leon is also concerned that unauthorized individuals were observed at polling places. Leon calls on traditional leaders, local government officials, and candidates or party officials to adhere to the procedure of the NEC to avoid presence at polling places. Unauthorized individuals at the polling places, traditional leaders was around 4.7, that's 4.4% at polling places observed. Local government officials at 8.4% of polling places observed, and candidates or party officials at 8.6% of polling places observed. Leon observers also reported that the pace of voting was inefficient approximately 33% of the time, with one voter taking between 5 to 10 minutes to cast their ballots. As reported in Leon's opening of polls situational report, challenges experienced by the NEC with some polling staff not reporting to duty and issues around queue control may have contributed to slower voter processing time. Given the high turnout rate, Leon recommends NEC to expedite the processing rate during future elections events to improve efficiency. Average time to process one voter between 0 to 5 minutes, we observed was around 66.9% of the polling places observed. 5 to 10 minutes at 32.5%, and 10 plus minutes, of course, we didn't observe that. Leon commends NEC for providing a polling place layout that enabled political party and poll watchers and domestic observers to view the electoral process very well, approximately at 81% of the time, and well at approximately 17% of the time, for a notable combined rate for agents and observer access of approximately 98% of the time. Leon also commends NEC for clarifying its policy not allowing recording devices behind the voting booth to its presiding officials during the day, so that observers were able to enter the polling places with their phones and thus perform their observation duties and reporting findings. Closing of the polls. Leon observers reported that approximately 2/3 of the polling places observed closed after 6:01 p.m. due primarily to the presence of voters in the queue at the NEC official closing time of 6 p.m. When comparing the time range for closure against the number of voters in the line at 6 p.m., Leon notes that the high turnout throughout the day continued to the end of the day. Approximately 25% of the polling places closed after 7 p.m. and had more than 20 voters in the queue at approximately 30% of the polling places. Leon observers report that voters in line at the close of the polls were permitted to vote approximately 90% of the time. However, they were also denied at a concerning rate of approximately 11% of the time. Leon notes positively that NEC officials sealed ballot boxes at the end of the voting approximately 99% of the time and packed voting materials away before counting approximately 95% of the time. Overall observers' assessment. Most of the observers reporting from all 73 electoral districts assess the elections day process as very good at approximately 66% or good at approximately 30%, with a combined assessment of 96%, considering the process as good or very good. Lien commends NEC for deploying well-trained polling officials who generally adhered to the policies and procedures to deliver the national election. Social media monitoring. Lien continues social media monitoring during the immediate pre-election and election periods. Between October 9 and 10, Lien systematically collected all social media posts from over 50 political elites and influencers across 5 social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X or Twitter. In the past 24 hours, Lien coded 253 of the 596 posts and will continue monitoring social media, providing forward Lien's initial findings for social media activity on and before election day includes. 1. In general, social media posts have been largely positive, with negative sentiments representing only a small portion of social media activity. The most common themes on social media have been to disavow violence and call on Liberians to vote and participate in peaceful and collective action. Roughly 15% of the posts quoted raised concern over election irregularities, criticizing NEC or discrediting parts of the process. However, Lien notes that the degree to which these posts were accurate or spreading disinformation is unclear. 4. Targeted and offensive speech is minor, with few political elites attacking people based on race, disability, or gender. 5. At this point of the process, only a few posts discuss public policy themes, with those discussions engaged in issues surrounding democratization, civil liberties, development, education, immigration, and public services. Political parties and their spokespersons have encouraged their supporters to vote, but Lien has not noticed significant negative content from political parties. And officials have encouraged Liberians to vote and have been largely positive. Critical incidents. Lien observers tracked several incidents during elections day. 1. The absence of networkers in the few polling places delayed the opening of polls in some instances. These were reported in Fitwa in Grand Bassa County and Benstown in Margibi County. The lack of election materials at polling precincts was reported from observation in Sino County, with reports indicating that ballot papers for 4 polling precincts were destroyed by water. 3. In the polling place at Maggie Lampkins in District Number 4, Mansourado County, a Lien observer reported that the presiding officer of the PO did not count the ballot papers as required during opening. The observer stated that the PO only assumed that ballot papers were 550. This report was repeated in polling place number 2 at the Redemption International School in District Number 7, Nimba County. In District 12, Mansourado County, observers reported that party agents interfered with the process, forcing the PO to delay the voting process. At Tyler Island District number 5 and Peace Island Morning Public School District number 10, Montserrat County, high tensions and some pushes and shoving among voters was reported at the entrance to the polling precinct, which were attributed to queue control issues. At Cecil High, Riverside County, observers reported on-site campaigning by supporters of candidates. Conclusion. Leon congratulates Liberians on the peaceful and high turnout during the exercise of their constitutional right to vote and participate in democracy. Leon will issue a preliminary statement on the conduct of elections that includes findings on the counting process. Leon calls on NEC to continue carrying out its professional duties efficiently and effectively during the counting and result tabulation process. Leon also calls on all political parties and stakeholders to be patient and respect the electoral process to maintain a genuine, credible, transparent, safe, and inclusive national election. Thank you. And for further information, please contact the Leon Head of Secretariat and Spokesperson, Mr. Augustine S.M. Tamba, Head of Secretariat, on 0770 40129 or 0886 468245. Or you can email info@leonobservation.org, or you can visit our website at www.leonobservation.org.
Thank you so much, members. At this time, we are open for questions, at least 3, if any.
There's nothing like anything being tense, people moving about their daily activities. They can choose to go about whatever they want to do. Let's just enjoy this peace and protect it, because it's everybody's business. With that being said, let's now cut across the country. See SNW and the rest of the guys are saying they're ready. I promised you that we're going to go to southeastern Liberia. Let's go to Sino County and speak with Genius Success Doe, who's in Sino. Who's in Sino County for us. Once we get Genius Success Doe on the line, he's going to give us the latest results from Sino County and bring us up to speed with the voting process that was delayed yesterday. Good afternoon, Genius Success Doe. How are you?
Good afternoon, Damon, and let me say good afternoon to the family of Spoon TV and Spoon Evan.
How is Sino County today?
Sino is great. We are doing great in Sino, and everything is okay.
Okay. Let's talk a bit before we go to provisional results that you might have to share with us. But let's talk about the parts of Sino that on yesterday they didn't have the opportunity to vote early like other parts of the country, based on the fact that according to the NEC chairperson, there was the overflowing of the river banks there, that led to ballot boxes and election materials not getting to their intended places, including that car, that truck that got stuck in the mud. All of those contributed to some parts of Sino, meaning Butor, and other parts not starting the voting process as the rest of the country should have. Any updates on the situation there? Are they still voting in those parts, or they've concluded, and what's going on?
Thank you, Diamond. You got it right. For the truck that got stuck in the mud, where the truck was taking those ballot buses and their workers, the people put down yesterday. The only thing that was delayed in bringing out those results, it was this morning when the result were posted out at those polling places in electoral district number 3. But for the area where ballot paper got wet, like I reported in district number 1, the Maya Street, district number 1, Grizzly Farm is closer to Greenville. But the only thing is really challenging. So we got a report from the Maya Street on yesterday that there were ballot people that are carried there for the people to continue the process. So the people started voting yesterday by 3 p.m. and they ended up putting up results around 6 this morning. So due to the road condition too, there have been no way for us to get there because I'm currently in Greenville. For electoral district number 2 in Kakabo, where the ballot papers go wet, there was no way for the people to cast votes. I'm told this morning we tried making our way, and the whole of last night down, I can tell you we are living in the southeast and the rain fell the whole of last night. We tried making our way, we only stopped at the water and we came back to Greenville. There was no way for some of us to cross to go to where the guys are casting vote was. Reliable information we are getting from there. Some of our police that went there that who were there, they told us that the people started a voting process since this morning. Kakebo and Daloba, Jidebo Sanitary District.
Okay. So from what I've gathered from you is the fact that the parts of Sino, one of the 2 parts that were not able to have voted as the rest of the country as polls opened, one of those 2 places the people did vote and the process ended and provisional results were sent in as early as 6 a.m. this morning, right?
Exactly so.
And the second place where reportedly the ballot papers got wet, the NEC commissioner did speak to that, and she talked about how they protected ballot papers by wrapping them in plastic and all of that. But if they do get in contact with water for a long period of time, they would get wet. One question: what's the number of ballot papers that got wet? We're hearing figures between 5,000 thereabout. What's the number? When you spoke with the magistrate, what did he say was the total number of ballot papers that did get wet?
We spoke with the magistrate on yesterday when he was on his way to Grizzly Farm, where he went for the other people that got wet in Grizzly Farm. As I told you yesterday that he would appear on the radio in a subsequent time. But again, according to him, there was a hectic task because everyone was calling him here and there due to the situation, so he couldn't appear on the radio.
What did he say concerning the total number of ballot papers? Did he speak to the number, the quantity? Want to know?
He didn't speak to the quantity of total ballot paper that got damaged by the water. He didn't speak to that.
Okay, so you've got some provisional results for us.
We have provisional results for at least 3 precincts in Greenville.
Okay, how many precincts in total are there in Greenville?
We have 4 precincts. I tried to do the tallying of the last one when the call came in, so we'll give the 3. Then I will complete the balance 1 in Greenville. Then I will try to proceed to other areas. But as may be aware, Dama, we have been related to that this afternoon or before this evening, preliminary results will be given by the NEC inside of preliminary results that are coming in will be given by the NEC. And we have been told to make our way at the NEC headquarters in Greenville here. But let me try to give up those preliminary results that we have gathered from NEC.
Did the magisterial office, the election magistrate office in Sino, give a specific time as to when you journalists should, assemble at their magisterial offices for them to release preliminary results, or they just say in the afternoon, anytime in the afternoon you can go there? Did they give a specific time, Junior?
There was no specific time. We were asking, the people said due to the road conditions, so they will not be able to get specific time, but we should be around because right around the master office, we have one of the community radio called Boston Center Community Radio. So we are working as journalists, or we are around Boston Center Community Radio. So as long as they get ready, according to them, they will give us signal to make our way there. They don't want to show us a specific time where maybe they will have other ballot buses coming in. Maybe some people will be coming, so we should be there beginning this afternoon, so that any other thing they will signal us from the radio station. They will get their walk about 5 minutes walk to go to the office. Then they can start with the issue of preliminary results.
All right, no problem. We're certain that once you get those results, you share with us the official preliminary results from the NEC. So we're not worried about that. And whatever time they're ready to carry on their duties, I'm sure you'll be in attendance. But let's go to those provisional results that you have. Let's go to those provisional results that you have got for us. You said 3 out of 4 voting precincts in Greenville City, or in District what?
In District 1.
In District
so
1.
We'll begin with the Harrison W. Grisby United Methodist School.
I'm coming, 1 minute. Sino County. Harrison W. Grisby
United Methodist High School.
UMHS, United Methodist High School. What's the
precinct code is 39064.
39064, and this is in District 1.
Yeah, that's what District 1.
District 1, Sino County. How many polling places are there at this particular voting precinct?
We have 5 polling places.
5 polling places, and you've got results for all 5.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I like to hear. When you say yes like that, it can ginger me. It can sweet me.
So we begin with polling place number 1. We are room 1.
Just the presidency we're focusing on now. First, second. If you've got third, you can give us third.
Yeah, all of the places have first, second, and third.
Thank you, Junior. You're on top of your game. So give us the preliminary figures from polling place 1 to 5 at the Harrison W. Grisby United Methodist High School in District number 1, Sino County, with voting precinct code 39064.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Rule 1, CDC. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Room 1, CDC.
266. Bada broadcast for CDC Rule 1. Unity Party 41. GDM.
G what?
GDM.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to do Appleton. I think one Appleton. Yeah, it's 04.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay, that's polling room 1. Polling place 1. Let's go to polling place 2.
Polling place 2, CDC 262.
Yeah.
Unity Party 56. Yeah, 56.
And third?
GDM 07.
GDM 7. Okay, let's go to polling place 3.
Polling place 3, CDC 258.
CDC 258.
Yeah. Unity Party 62.
62.
GDN 11.
Okay.
Room number 4,
polling
CDC.
place 4.
Yes, CDC 291. Unity Party 40.
40.
GDN 11.
Is it GDM as in money or N as in nothing?
It's GDM we are seeing on the paper. 1 Appleton.
GGM. So it's double GM.
GDM.
Okay.
M.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Or it's M. Okay.
M.
Yeah, GDM.
Yeah.
What's the figure for GDM at polling place 4?
11.
11. Okay.
We'll go to room 5 at polling place 5.
Place 5.
At the same Harrison Crispy United Methodist School. CDC.
CDC.
262.
262.
UP 43.
UP 43.
ALCOP is ALCOP 04.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. All right. That is for the Harrison W. Grisby United Methodist High School in Sino County, District number 1, with polling precinct code 39064. Okay. That's Sino County.
We now move to the administrative building precinct.
What is the full name of that precinct?
Is the administrative building.
It's just the administrative building. Is that what is on the tally sheet?
Yeah, is that what we are seeing on the tally sheet, because the people casted their vote at the administrative building.
All right.
In the building there where they casted their vote.
Administrative building.
Yeah.
Is it also in district number 1?
Exactly, in Greenville, district number 1.
District 1. What is the voting precinct code?
39062.
39062. Okay. So
begin with polling place 1, which is room 1.
Okay, polling place 1. And how many polling places are there?
We have 5 polling places.
Okay, 5. So polling place 1.
Polling place 1 CDC is 274.
274.
Unity Party is 61.
61.
GDM is 8.
GDM 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So move to polling place 2.
Polling place 2, CDC 209.
209.
Unity Party 71.
71.
GDM is 12.
GDM is 12. Let's move to polling place 3. Junior Success though.
Polling place 3, CDC.
CDC.
267.
267.
Unity Party 63.
Unity Party 63.
GDM is 07.
GDM 7.
Move to room number 4, polling place 4.
Polling place 4.
CDC is 174.
CDC 174.
Unity Party UP is 27.
UP 27.
GDM 10.
10.
The last for the administrative building, we is room 5, polling place 5, CDC. 185.
185.
UP is 27.
27.
GDM 05. 5 votes.
Can I ask you a quick question before we move to the next voting precinct? The standard bearer of GDM, is he from Sino? That's your assignment. That's your assignment.
Okay, no problem. He is Elwa Doyu Apiton Jr. Elwa Doyu Apiton Jr.
So that is your assignment.
Okay, I will do that. I will do that.
Yeah, that is your assignment.
No
to
problem.
Bring us up
No
to speed.
No problem. Maybe he has a son or sign.
Okay, so that's polling place 5.
Yeah, we just computed polling place 5. We now go
administrative building.
Exactly so.
Okay, so moving to another precinct.
Yeah, another precinct is the Seabed High School. Seabed High School.
How you spell that, Seabed?
SEEBEH.
Seabed High School.
Yeah.
Precinct is in District
code.
1.
District number 1.
What's the precinct code?
39063.
39063.
I take it to
how many polling places?
We have 4 polling places.
Okay, so take us to polling place number 1.
Polling place number 1, CDC,
Yep,
281.
281.
Unity Party, UP, 28.
28.
GDM, 6.
GDM 6.
Room 2.
Polling room 2. Polling place number 2.
CDC,
CDC
281.
281.
UP, 25.
UP 25.
LRP, 03.
LRP 3.
We go to polling place 3, room 3.
Polling place number 3 at the Sibet High School in Greenville City, Sino County
Exactly.
District number 1, with the
Exactly.
voting code 39063. Let's go to polling place number 3, Junior Success Do.
CDC,
Yes,
265.
265.
UP, 34.
UP 34.
GDM, 09.
GDM 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
We,
Is it 3 out of 3 or?
no, 4.
Okay, let's go
There
to
are 4
polling place.
polling places.
Let's go
The
to polling
last-
place number
the la-
4.
Yeah, the last.
Mhm.
CDC,
CDC
255.
255.
UP, 20.
UP 20.
GDM, 6.
GDM 6.
So that's the results I have currently. I tried to tally the rest of it. The last precinct in Greenville, then I will send it on the WhatsApp. Just in case you can call me, then I will give it to you for Greenville before we can go further in other electoral district.
Okay, so before I let go of you, Junior Success, though I know you keep your ears on the ground for that presser there in Greenville City by the magisterial office in Sino County, the election magistrate office in Sino. But let's go to the figures that you just provided us. You know, people have been waiting to hear results from the Southeast. And so we're kickstarting with Sino. We'll go to River G, we'll go to Grand G, we'll go to Maryland, as well as Grand Crew. So let's go to the Harrison W. Grisby United Methodist High School in Greenville City, in District number 1, with the voting code 39064.
Yeah.
This voting precinct comprises of 5 polling places.
Exactly.
Polling place number 1, CDC, George Manenwia. This is the presidential provisional results.
Yeah.
266.
266, you got it right.
United Party, Joseph Human Boyka, 41.
Exactly so.
GDM of Mr. Appleton, 4.
4, you get it right.
We move to polling place number 2.
Polling place 2.
George Manenwia of the CDC, 262.
262 is correct.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 56.
56 is okay.
GDM of Mr. Appleton, 7.
7, yes.
We then move to polling place number 3.
Polling place 3.
George Manenwia of the CDC, 258.
258.
Unity Party, Joseph Human Boyka, 62.
Exactly so.
And Appleton of GDM, 11.
11.
We move to polling place number 4 in the Harrison W. Grisby United Methodist High School in Greenville City, Sino County, District number 1. Polling place number 4. George Manenwia of the CDC, 291. 291.
291 is okay.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 40.
40, yes.
GDM of Mr. Appleton, 11.
11, yes.
Finally, the 5th polling place in this voting precinct. Polling place number 5.
Polling place 5.
CDC George Manewia, 262. 262.
262, exactly.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 43.
43, yes.
Akop Lucini
Yes.
Kamara of the All Liberian Coalition Party, 4.
4, yes.
That does it for the Harrison Debbie Grisby United Methodist High School
Exactly.
in Sino County, District number 1.
Mm-hmm.
We then move to the administrative building in Greenville City,
Administrative
District number
building.
1, Sino County.
Yeah, prison code. Go ahead.
Prison code 39062.
Exactly.
This voting precinct comprises 5 polling places.
5 polling places, you get it right.
Polling place number 1, presidential provisional results.
Yeah.
George Manewia of the CDC, 274.
274 is correct.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 61. 61.
61 is okay.
Appleton of the GDM, 8.
8, yes.
We move to polling place number 2.
Polling place number 2.
George Manewia of the CDC, 209.
209, yes.
Joseph Human Boyka, Unity Party, 71. 71.
71, yes, 71.
Appleton of the GDM, 12.
12 is correct.
1, 2.
Yes.
We move to polling place number 3 in the administrative building, Sino County, Greenville City, District number 1.
Yes. Polling place number 3.
George Manewia of the CDC, 267.
267 is correct.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 63.
63, yes.
Appleton of the GDM, 7.
You get it right.
Polling place number 4, administrative building, Greenville City, Sino County. George Manewia of the CDC, 174.
174, yes.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 27. 27.
27, yes, indeed.
Appleton of the GDM, 10.
10 votes, yes.
The last polling place at this voting precinct with code 39062, caption administrative building, Greenville City, Sino County, District number 1 is polling place 5.
Polling place 5.
George Manewia of the CDC, 185.
185 is correct.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 27.
27, yes, indeed.
And Appleton of the GDM, 5.
5 votes, yes, indeed.
The last voting precinct that you've reported so far, though there's one more left out, but you get that to us, is the Sibe High School, District number 1,
yes.
Sino County, Greenville City, with voting precinct code 39063.
Yeah, Sibe High School. Why?
This comprises of 3 polling places.
4 polling places.
Yes, 4. Thank you, Genius Sources, though. You are following. Polling place number 1. George Manewia of the CDC. Says I don't do that, Maggie. It's only like when somebody preaching, then the backup pastor is there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, pass the home. All right, so we take that over.
Yes, let's
take
go
that
to
over.
Sibe High School. Yes,
Sibe High School. District number 1, Sino County, Greenville City, with voting precinct number 39063.
Okay.
Polling place number 1. George Manewia of the CDC, 281.
281 is correct.
Joseph Human Boyka of the Unity Party, 28.
28 is correct.
28.
Yes. 28 is correct.
Appleton of the GDM, 6.
6 votes, yes.
We move to polling place number 2.
To the place 2, CP High School.
That's correct. George Manewia of the CDC, 281.
281 is correct.
Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 25. 25.
Yes.
LRP, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Polling place number 3 at the Sibe High School, Greenville City, District number 1.
Place 3.
George Manewia of the CDC, 265. You can do your last because people say like
265.
Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 34.
34.
And Appleton of the GDM, 9.
9.
The last polling place.
Yeah,
Polling place 4. George Manewia of the CDC, 255.
255 is correct.
Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 20.
20.
20.
Yeah.
GDM of Appleton or Appleton of GDM, either ways, 6.
6. Exactly.
So there you have it. We waiting on you to provide us more provisional results there from Sino County.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you, Junior Success Doe.
Thank you.
So Junior Success Doe is reporting for us there live from Greenville City in Sino County. And we told you we'll bring the results from all over. And we're still remaining in the southeast, and we'll go to River G County, where Ben Brooks is on the standby for us in River G County to bring us the latest results coming out of that county. We've gotten some results from Sino, and remember at 4:30 p.m., the NEC will be announcing some preliminary results. We've been told the tallying is ongoing, but we have Ben Brooks on the line, from Fishtown in River G, if he's currently in Fishtown or he has gone to other parts of River G County. Good afternoon to you, Ben.
Thank you. Sanga, let me say good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. You sound excited. How is Fishtown in River G County?
You're hearing some noise at the back. There is some level of pre-celebration that is ongoing. Though NEC has not yet the pronouncement of preliminary results.
Now, who is celebrating?
It's one of the candidates who is contesting, who is in the lead to district number 3 in River G County. Chris Cooper is on the ticket of the Unity Party.
Okay.
He's currently the COS for in the office of Senator Bocha Sigbe.
Okay.
So they are just getting another news that is in leading one of the centers. That's why you're hearing his supporters are giving that noise.
They're celebrating already.
Yeah.
So the chief that senator is not confirmed. If it happens,
yeah,
the bossman as senator, then the COS and the representative.
Yeah. So it's not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
Yeah.
But I do know you've got some provisional results from River G County, I should say. But give us the general atmosphere there in River G County as of yesterday when polls opened, and today as provisional results are coming in. I know some people have already started early celebrations as to staking claim that to the fact that they've won. This process is far from over. But bring us up to speed with the atmosphere there in River G County.
Thank you so much. As you rightly put it, yesterday, pool opened from 6 a.m. 8 a.m. and at 6 p.m. And we tried our possible best and visited some of the centers, not only in one district. As you may be aware, River G has 3 electoral districts. And so we had the opportunity to have visited district number 2 and district number 3 and district number 1 in the Kawakin and that of the Webo Belt, where you have Sabo as well. And we were able to speak with some of the voters, mostly the first-time voters were very bold to tell us that some of them don't even have idea on the issue of voting because it's their first time. They were not taught how to cast a ballot. And so from the provisional results that were placed up by the NEC or local staff here shows that there are so many invalid votes being given during the process of the tally. and because they allegedly accused the National Electoral Commission that there were no enough civic education being given to them, the first-time voter. And so in Fishtown River G County, is part of electoral district number 2. It has 3 polling precincts.
Three voting precincts.
Yeah, 3 voting precincts with 12 polling places.
Okay.
One of the centers have 5. The next, the demonstration have 5 polling places. Then you have the G Foundation. It has 4. Then you have the agriculture building. It have 3. So there are 5 polling places. 12 polling places in Fishtown.
Okay.
And so with the number being collected from what they have been placed from the tally sheets, you have from the 5 polling places.
The 5 voting precincts.
Yeah, the 5 voting precincts. Joshua or President Joshua.
No, hold on, Ben. I want us to take it by polling place by polling place. I don't want us to come up with lump sum figures,
Okay.
Then it becomes more confusing. So we go to one voting precinct, you give the identification name of the place, you give the voter precinct code, the precinct voting code, you give that to us, and the number of polling places. Then we take it one after the other, bit by bit.
Okay.
Yeah. The people are depending on you now for the result. If you know.
So let's go to demonstration. Demonstration.
What is the full name? What is the full name of the precinct?
Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School.
So we are in River G.
Yeah, Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School. It's a government school.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Let me write this down. Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School. It's in district what?
District number 2 in Fishtown.
Number 2.
Yeah.
What is the voting precinct code?
The code is 42031.
42031. 42031.
Yeah, 42031. Demonstration.
How many polling places are there?
You have 5.
5. So we take polling place 1 and then we'll go to 5. So polling place 1, give us the top 3 performers there. Polling place 1.
Polling place 1, top 3, CDC. 229.
229.
UP. 90. Yeah. CPP. 07.
7. Instead of 07, you can sound like you come in call your telephone number.
7.
So we move to polling place 2 in the Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School.
Polling place 2.
Yes.
CDC. 221.
221.
UP. 108.
108.
CPP. 4.
We move to polling place number 3.
Polling place number 3.
Yes.
CDC. 230.
230.
UP. 105.
105.
CPP. 8.
We move to polling place number 4.
Polling place number 4. CDC. 159.
159.
UP. 52.
52.
CPP. 3.
We move to the final polling place at this voting precinct. Polling place number 5 at the Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School in Fishtown, district number 2, River G County.
CDC. 137.
137.
UP. 67.
67.
CPP. 12.
12.
1, 2.
Okay. That's for the demonstration. So let me go over the figures provided by you from the Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School there in Fishtown, River G County, District number 2.
Yeah.
Voting precinct code 42031.
Yeah.
This voting precinct comprises 5 polling places.
Yes.
Polling place number 1, presidential provincial results. CDC George Manawia, 229.
Yes.
Unity Party Joseph Human Boyka, 90.
Yes.
CPP Alexander Benedict Cummins, 7.
Yes.
Polling place number 2, CDC George Manawia, 221.
Yes.
Unity Party Joseph Human Boyka, 108.
Yes.
CPP Alexander Benedict Cummins, 4.
Yes.
4.
Yes.
We move to polling place number 3 within the same demonstration elementary junior high school in River G County, Fishtown City.
Yes.
Polling place number 3, CDC 230.
Yes.
Unity Party Joseph Human Boykai 105.
Yes.
CPP of Alexander Benedict Cummins 8.
Yes.
We move to polling place number 4. CDC
Yes.
George Manawia 151.
159.
159. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Unity Party Joseph Human Boyka 52.
Yes.
CPP Alexander Benedict Cummins 3.
Yes.
The final polling place, yeah.
Looking at your margin, I'm told unconfirmed report that you won with 20 votes. What do you think went wrong that you had it on a narrow win? That the day you were tussling. Secondly, are you convinced when you sit as a stalwart of the CDC that you're going to come up with flying colors for the presidency?
Obviously, for the presidency is not a question. Like I said, I don't have the authority because there's a war room for the presidency. And I believe they will start releasing some of the numbers, the raw numbers. I say I believe. Okay, I don't want to go into the exigency of the discussion in District number 8. But you'll be shocked. There are people who came to fight. Okay? Some past officials of government, some eminent persons from different political institutions. I don't want to be, after this, I will diverge to you with prima facie. I don't just want to lay allegations. Okay? Because the strategy was put more candidates and cut into his votes. Or people who have the lack of a Carol's grade, of attracting the disadvantaged young people, put such a candidate in a race to make our candidate win, for example, and sponsor that candidate. You understand? For example, try to bring another intellectual that will compare himself a little bit with a Carol's grade, put him into the race, and will cut down the vote, and maybe the UP or whosoever will emerge victorious. So there are a lot of factors, too many factors, that I don't want to discuss here. Some are even internal, but I will not dive into it. What is important is that we have the sheets. We tell the Almighty God, thank you very much. And I love the question you asked. It's a very important question for the presidency. But I can tell you that we are in a comfortable league. In District number 8, the president took a good majority. In District, from the tally sheet we have in our possession, the president took a good majority in District number 8.
Gibson Love FM. Yes, I'm Gibson. I report for Love FM. You said you've already in the lead for this particular district. What happens if NC numbers does not commensurate with your number in this district?
What I know is that NEC will have preliminary results. They could announce tomorrow for say, or today, in District 8, maybe for example, John Paul, Nana Carol's grade, is in the league. It's on the basis of where they take the results from. You understand? So on the basis of that, I'm not going to question that. Because they can announce from anywhere. NECO decide to start announcing Monserrato results. NECO decide maybe to start announcing results from Lofa County. I am giving an example. Does that presuppose that we lost the election? No. The final results, because I can speak to you, I can say this to you freely, you will see it. There were some errors here. The guys have some good margin against us. But some of the red densely populated areas, those numbers overturn those numbers. For example, Sonny went with TD centers. The numbers for us very, very great and wild. Slipway community, for example, Ras Spring, Capital Bapa, GW Gibson, for example, Radical Market, all of those areas, sufficient numbers to overturn all of those pockets of numbers coming across from the other end. So I want to say to you that we respect NEC. Let me be on record for that. I'm one of those who respect the National Elections Commission. I'm very optimistic the National Elections Commission will not change the result. I don't think they have any interest in any individual here to change the result. Even yesterday, the Jopita market, one of the guys recording POs, he gave one who wrote a report. He gave one of the voters 5 ballot papers instead of TD. Because every area that TD, one for the senator, one for the representative, one for the president. Some of you who call, maybe you saw that at Jopita. The second time, he gave 4 again to another person. Okay? So we're not really complaining bad stuff in here now. Even if there's a recount, okay, it was some of the things we saw, the way they gave some invalid.
When you ask for recount,
no, let me say this to you. I will not tell you what we'll ask for because I'm in the lead. But one good thing is that we are up there and our parents can clap. Okay? Thank you so much. We can take 2 more questions.
No. So,
now we can take 2 more. I make my party statement.
(108) Alexander Benedict Cummins of the CPP, collaborating political parties, 4. At polling place number 3, George Manawia of the CDC, 230. Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 105 votes. Alexander Benedict Cummins of the collaborating political parties, 8. At polling place number 4, at the Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School in Fishtown, River G County, George Manawia of the CDC, 159. Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 52. Alexander Benedict Cummins of the collaborating political parties, 3. At polling place number 5, which concludes this voting precinct, George Manawia of the CDC, 137. Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 67. Alexander Benedict Cummins of the collaborating political parties, 12. That does it for the Demonstration Elementary and Junior High School in Fishtown, River G County, with voting precinct code 42031 in district number 2. We move to G Foundation Elementary School in Bassertown Community, Fishtown City, River G County in district number 2 with voting precinct code 42033. This voting precinct comprises of 4 polling places, of which we have 2 that are reported. Polling place 1, George Manawia of the CDC, 233 votes. Joseph Human Boykai of the Unity Party, 84 votes. Alexander Benedict Cummins of the CPP, 8. Polling place 2, we don't have. So we move to polling place number 3 at this voting precinct, which is the G Foundation Elementary School in Bassa Community, Fishtown, River G County. At polling place 3, George Manawia of the CDC, 229. Joseph Yuman Boykai of the Unity Party, 83. Alexander Benedict Cummins of the CPP, 3. So there you have it. As of what we have now, we'll move to Grand Jide County as we are still in the southeastern part of Liberia. So let's see if we can get in contact with David Neop, who is there for us in Grand Jide County. We are in the southeastern region. We've been to Sino and we've been to River G counties. So now let's see if we can move to Grand Jide County, if Dave Neop is on a standby, and subsequently we'll make our way to Maryland and Grand Crew. So let's contact Dave Neop, who's on the line for us once we can get him there in Grand Jide County to give us provisional results from Grand Jide. For some reason, Dave is not getting connected. Okay, so we're not getting Dave Neop. So we have to skip Grand Jide because we're not getting our correspondent there, and move to Maryland County. Let's move to Maryland County. Christian Appleton is our man there in Maryland County. Once we get Christian Appleton on the line, he's going to tell us what provisional results he's got to share with us here on our elections update. So let's get Christian Appleton on the line once we can get him there in Maryland to give us the latest results. So we're not getting Christian Appleton as well. I don't know what's going on with our southeastern guys. But let's see if we can go to Grand Crew County to speak with Jacqueline LaFace. Let's speak with Jacqueline LaFace in Sino County. All right, let's see if we can get Jacqueline LaFace, who's there for us in Sino County, to provide us with provisional results. That's from Grand Crew. Jacqueline LaFace is in Grand Crew County. So once we can get Jacqueline LaFace on the line, she's going to tell us the latest results there from Grand Crew. Jacqueline, hello, how are you? Okay, we lost Jacqueline there. I'm coming. Yeah, y'all give me a few minutes. Let me try and get Jacqueline on the line because we need to hear from Grand Crew and see if I can get Christian Appleton on the line as well to bring us the latest from Maryland and Grand Crew County, respectively. So, all right, Yekezi Zwigwe is calling us from Nimba. Hold on, Yekezi. We'll go back to Nimba County just a bit, but let's go to Grand Crew, and I'm trying our best for us to go to Grand Jide as well as Maryland. So please give it a minute. Let's make some calls. I wouldn't take long. Once we can get them, we'll go to counties where the correspondents are available.
I wanna you can hear me say, oh, get things we wanna say inside this land. So people must die for before you understand. We all got children going to school. I get woman and selling their goods. Yeah. Let them be great. No noise. I've never seen a peaceful protest in this land before. Even my papa and my old man I tell me it never been before. To all the leaders in this land, take your problem and talk it like that. Going up from heaven to make you understand. Because Paratana, no school. Paratana, no work, nothing to do. Paratana, GSM company rapping it. If that's all necessity, rapping it. People they get something they call experience. Let's keep this alive. Keep this little piece alive, alive, yeah, yeah. Let's keep this piece alive, alive, alive. Keep this little piece alive, alive, alive. Oh yeah, Papa, I wonder you can hear me say, oh, Papa. I wonder you can hear me. All kind of people talking, say, country bread new. I pray the people to fire the people with gonna elect new. We all are trying to move ahead. Some people say we might not get there because confusion can butter their bread. Oh, bread. If I go tell myself, jump inside the street. Oh. Anything happen to me, my family will grieve. Oh. If I go tell myself, jump inside the streets. Oh. Something happened to me, you and your family will leave. Oh. Pick up Baratana, Baratana, no peace. Oh. Baratana, no ma, everything freeze. Oh. Baratana, with me and looting with beer, killing and shooting with beer too. Let us learn from the past. Oh, let's keep this piece alive, alive. Keep this little piece alive, alive, yeah, yeah. Let's keep this piece alive, alive, alive. Keep this little piece alive, alive, alive. Papa, okay. I wanna hear me say.
Okay, so the intended plan was to go to the southeast, but we're not getting the rest of our guys. Some of our calls did go unanswered, but we'll keep trying to talk to our correspondents there in southeastern Liberia. We need them to give us the figures as to getting those numbers so that we can provide the information to our listeners, our viewers, in real time. And we'll be leaving from the southeast. We'll go to Nimba for a bit. And once we get back from Nimba, we'll try again to connect with our guys in southeastern Liberia. If we do not get them, we'll have to go to western Liberia and subsequently to southern Liberia, where we need to talk to our guys there in Grand Bassa. We'll see if we can go to River Cess, that's also from part of the southeast, and we'll see if we can go to River Cess as well. So as many as our correspondents as we can get, as long as we can connect with them, we'll bring you the figures as well. All right, so this broadcast is being relayed on Trust 88.7 FM in Bombing County, also relayed on the Voice of Nimba 103.9 FM there in Nimba, that's Ganta City, Nimba County, and BKS 91.7 FM in Pabli, Nimba County as well, plus other stations that are relaying us all across Liberia. So let's move to Nimba County, where Yekezi is going to provide us with updates. Good afternoon to you, Yekezi. How are you?
Good afternoon, Diamond, and good afternoon to the listening audience and those viewing the television as well.
All right, it's a pleasure having you on. All right, so as of the last time we spoke, what's the pace of results flowing in there in Nimba? Is it coming in at a very fast pace or is it at a snail's pace?
Well, the results started coming since last night, around about 3 o'clock. Results were posted at various polling centers in Ganta, Nimba County, and other parts adjacent. So the results are up, but my observation at a few of the polling places that I did visit is that people are tearing down some of the results that have been posted up.
Why are they tearing it down?
Meaning the presidential result. That is the result for the presidential candidates. I visited a couple of centers this morning. Those results were posted up there, but when I returned
you guys see, I'm losing you.
Okay, are you getting me?
Much better.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I visited a few centers this morning, and I saw those results posted up. But when I returned there later on in the afternoon, I saw those results were, they weren't there anymore, and I could see that they were tuned down.
So before they were tuned off the wall, I'm sure you got your pictures and everything. Otherwise, you have to be relying on. Okay,
Yes, of
that's
course.
good because you know the mandate is see, snap, and send. Yeah, don't waste time because people tearing, even the elements can, you know, the weather can change for the worse and the rain can beat those tally sheets and they might lose the legibility, right? So what do you have for us?
Okay. So currently as I speak, I'm at the George Domba polling center. It's a polling center right adjacent Domba City in a town called Nengbei. And of course,
one minute. Let me write that down, sir. Let me try to get that written down because we need all of the records. We have to update our folks at a later time. So yes, Nimba, what's the name of the precinct?
The George A. Domba Public School.
George Domba Public School. This is in district number what?
Yeah, district number 1.
School. District 1. Nimba. What's the voting precinct code?
It's 33132.
33132. How many polling places are there?
Okay, it has three polling places.
And you have results for all 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to polling place number 1, the presidential results, just the first 3, if you can provide those to us.
Okay, so the Unity Party, Ambassador, just
I'm losing you, Yekezi. I don't know what's happening, but I'm losing you. 1 minute I can get you very clear. The next minute you coming in all broken, you know, sounding like some script dicks.
So like I said,
Yekezi, your audio is not at its best. Just remain at the best location, sir. Don't shift, don't shake, don't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it good now?
Better.
Okay. Yeah, so I said Unity Party.
At polling place number 1.
Polling place number 1.
Yes, let's hear you
Unity
out.
Party accumulated 206 votes. 206.
206.
Yeah.
The next?
Okay, the next is the CDC.
CDC.
80 votes.
80.
Yeah.
Who's third? Or you only focused on the first 2?
And the third person is the LPP, 43 votes.
Chawanse Gonglo, LPP, 43.
Yeah, 43 votes.
Let's move to polling place number 2.
Okay, so you only focus on the presidential?
Yeah, only the presidential for now. We'll do the legislative.
All right. So polling place number 2, Unity Party, 212 votes.
212.
Yeah.
Okay.
And CDC 66.
CDC 66.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the third?
Gonglo, LPP.
LPP.
37.
37.
Yeah.
We move to polling place number 3.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Polling place number 3. So the Unity Party accumulated 164 votes.
164.
Yeah.
The next?
CDC 52.
What?
CDC 52.
52. The third?
The third is
Yeah, guys, I'm losing you again.
okay. So the third is Tiawon Gonglo.
LPP.
LPP, 25 votes.
25. And this is in district number 1, Nimba County. Does that complete the number of polling places at the George Domba Public School?
Okay, so I said 3 polling places. I'm seeing 4 already instead of 3.
Okay, 4. So there is a polling place number 4. Yeah.
All right. So here the Unity Party accumulated 164 votes.
UP 164.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's next?
The next is the CDC accumulated 57 votes.
57. And
Tiawon Gonglo, 26. LPP, yeah.
How many votes?
26.
26. Okay, so that concludes the polling places at the George Dunbar Public School in District number 1, Nimba County, with the voting precinct code 33132.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's move on to the next that you've got for us.
Okay, so just wait a minute. Let me get this right. Okay, so the name of this precinct is the Jesus Love Academy.
Jesus Love Academy. District 1.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it in District 1?
In District 1. All of the results I'm giving now are from District number 1.
Okay. What's the voting precinct code?
It's 33077.
33077. How many polling places?
Okay. It has 4 polling places.
4 polling places. Let's go from polling place 1 to polling place 4.
Okay, so at polling place number 1, the Unity Party accumulated 221 votes.
221.
Are you there? 221.
221.
Yeah. The CDC 115.
One what?
115 votes. 115 votes.
115.
CDC. Yeah.
Okay. And who plays third?
And the third is the LPP, 19 votes.
19 for LPP, Councillor Tiawan Segongo. Let's move to the next polling place.
So the next is polling place number 2, and UP accumulated 226 votes.
226, Unity Party.
Yep. And the CDC, 99 votes.
99. Third.
And Tiawan Gonglo comes third with 16 votes.
15?
16, 16.
Okay. Okay. We'll move to the next.
The next is Unity Party. Gardner.
Polling place 3, right?
Yeah, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there?
Yeah, UP.
Yeah, UP is 223.
223.
Okay. CDC is 106.
106.
In 94% of observed polling places, there were still voters in the queue at 6 p.m., which on one hand demonstrates the high interest of Liberians in exercising their rights to vote, but on the other hand raises question about the threshold for distributing voters to polling places. In order to give the opportunity to vote, voters in the line, those who were in the line before 6 p.m., ECC Observer reported that 26% of observed polling places closed at 6:30 p.m. and voting continued long into the night in several counties. Generally, NEC officials followed the procedures for closing and counting. ECC observers reported that there were party agents and representatives of the media and other observer groups present and observing the counting in most observed polling places. At observed polling places, party agents approved and signed the result form in all observed polling places. At the end of the counting, the presiding officer posted a copy of the result on the wall in 98% of polling places observed. During the voting, closing, and counting process, the ECC observer reported a number of additional incidents that occurred at the assigned polling place. Primarily, ECC received reports from Sino where several centers impacted by the white ballot issue did not open on election day. There were other isolated reports of tension at some voting precincts, and in other instances, the denial of voters to vote. The ECC initially reported that in Sino, district number 2, the center did not open as 9 a.m. due to the delayed delivery of election materials resulting from transportation challenges. It reports that the NEC officials were instructed to conduct a voting on October 11, since the materials arrived late in the night. A total of 7 voting precincts were impacted. At the time in Riverside, district number 1, the ECC coordinator reported that the NEC magistrate informed her that the voting process did not happen on October 10 as scheduled due to the late arrival of the NEC staff. At the time of the release of this statement, the ECC could not reach the magistrate by phone to ascertain whether the voting process is happening today. ECC will continue to keep an eye on these real occurrences and provide any pertinent update. 7 people showed up to vote at the voting precinct in district number 1, Montserrat County, but their names were already listed as having voted, according to the report by ECC staff from the Secretariat. The victims said they waited in line for extended periods only to be told by NEC co-workers that they had already cast their ballots. Later, this problem led to tension, but it was quickly resolved by the state security agencies. An ECC observer in Montserrat, district number 2, reported serious tension from morning up to evening hours, and the security could not effectively control the crowd. The ECC observer reported fighting in the queues. The observer also saw 2 people lost consciousness due to the crowd, and the voting process was interrupted twice for more than 30 minutes each time. At one of the polling places, the large crowd was still present till 7:30 p.m., according to the observer's report. Similarly, in Montserrat district number 3, the polling precinct was congested. Voters were using 2 doors to enter the building before going to the various polling places. However, by 5 p.m., the voters ran out of patience and decided to force their way through. This, however, was promptly controlled. An ECC observer in Montserrat district number 17 stated that the man was discovered in possession of 24 voter identification cards that belonged to a number of people he had persuaded to double register. The NEC personnel later disallowed one of the perpetrators from voting since they discovered he had registered twice. His mother, a security guard, played a key role in the capture of the individual responsible for the violation. Later, he was detained and turned over to the police. This supports the ECC pre-election findings that people were involved in the buying of voter registration cards. The ECC has deployed its 19 county coordinators who are observing the tally of results at the NEC magisterial offices across the country. The ECC will continue to follow this process and provide relevant updates at its conclusion. In view of the above, the ECC proposes the following recommendations. 1, to the National Elections Commission, that it provides timely information to the public on the timeline in the announcement of results, and if there are challenges with the process, the public should be timely informed. That the NEC treats all electoral disputes equally and adjudicate them in a timely and transparent manner. That the NEC will publish the election results polling place by polling place in an analyzable format and in a timely manner to allow election stakeholders to conduct in-depth analysis of the voting results. The NEC is encouraged to review the threshold in the assignment of voters at the polling places to ensure a smoother process, ease the lines, and shorten the waiting time. To political parties, independent candidates, and their supporters, we propose propose that they refrain from the announcement of results, as only the NEC has a statutory mandate to pronounce election results. If any political party or independent candidate has grievances on the outcome of the electoral results, they should follow the laws and procedures outlined in the Constitution and provisions outlined in the new elections law. To the Supreme Court, that the court should adjudicate all electoral petitions in a free, fair, and transparent manner. To the Liberia National Police, that the police demonstrates neutrality and professionalism in dealing with all post-electoral violence. To the media, they should refrain from disseminating misinformation and disinformation linked to the outcome of the election results. And finally, to civil society, that they continue to disseminate peace and safety education messages in order to reduce any perceived heightened tension. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, Dr. Oscar Block, the chairperson of the Elections Committee. We would now like to turn over to members of the Fourth Estate Press to entertain and put four questions if there is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Thank you. Go on.
Yes, sir. My name is Aaron Kuban. I report for Spoon TV. You stated along the reading that there was an incident wherein some voters arrived at the polling place and their names were said to be, indication was in the voter roll that they've already voted. And then you said that was resolved. How was it resolved?
Well, that incident took place in district number 10, that is in Montreal County on the whole road. And we said those who stayed in the queue for hours and they appear at the place where the ballot was to be issued, and it was realized that their names were already checked, meaning that someone else had their voter cards and they were not allowed to vote. And he said that created tension, and that voting precinct was closed for almost 2 hours, and then with the intervention of the police, the matter was brought under control. But unfortunately, they did not vote because the names were already checked.
Thank you.
My name is Edwin Shinobu. I was from British Africa. Check to explain more about Senator District number 9. Just stating passive.
I said district number 10.
Yeah, questions.
Which is the specific?
About the Fubi Henry in the photos.
Okay, it's good that we know that there's an incident also about Fubi Henry. You can kind of provide that information later on. From the reading, he didn't mention that. So thank you. We'll take 2 more questions at most, and then we'll close this press conference. Okay, Your Excellency, delegation from the EU, African delegation, members from the NDI, who's providing technical support, members of civil society organizations, or esteemed board members, members of the press, thank you so much for coming today to this press conference. Subsequent updates will be provided as we just unfold. Thank you so much.
And the final copy of the statement will be sent to you shortly. Yes, in the next 5 minutes. Thanks for coming. spirit with the peaceful transition of political power from one democratically elected president to another. The peaceful conduct of these elections will further consolidate the country's democratic gains, and if no candidate obtains at least 50% plus one vote of the valid votes, a rerun is foreseen between the two leading contestants within 14 days from the announcement of the results by the National Elections Commission. This preliminary statement is based on reports that the ECC received from 1,145 out of 1,200 election day observers deployed at polling places proportionally nationwide to observe the elections. The statement includes findings on the voting process, closing and counting at polling places. The statement is delivered before the completion of the entire electoral process. Critical stages remained, including tabulation of results and adjudication of electoral disputes. As a result, the content of the statement is based on observation undertaken to date and will later publish a final comprehensive report, including full analysis and recommendations for electoral reforms. Nonetheless, the ECC may make additional statements on election-related matters as and when it considers it appropriate. The elections took place without any significant reforms to the electoral laws and regulations, and were held within a highly polarized and divided political environment characterized by forms of social inequalities. In a positive development, these elections were nationally owned, with resources largely provided by the government, electoral security provided by the Joint Security Task Force, the entire electoral process managed by the National Election Commission, with minimum technical support for international development partners. At the same time, NEC lacked clear, timely, and comprehensive communication with the broader public, creating uncertainties and reducing stakeholders' trust in the institution. The campaign, for the most part, was peaceful. However, it was characterized by inflammatory and divisive rhetoric that contributed to electoral violence, which led to injuries and deaths in District Number 9, Montserrat County, Foya, District Number 1, Wofa County, and District Number 12, Montserrat County. However, during the campaign period, freedom of movement, assembly, and expression were largely respected. Media discourses helped citizens to make informed decisions, but some political parties did not attend presidential debate, which led to personality-driven rather than issue-based campaigns. The laws on campaign finance are clear, but enforcement remains a challenge, thereby undermining transparency around the use of resources. During the campaign, ECC observed 3 isolated incidents that occurred in District Number 9, District Number 1, Foya, and District Number 12 in Montserrat. Based on the reports from EC observation deployed to polling places in all 73 electoral districts, Liberians turned out peacefully to vote with few instances of tension at some polling precincts because of overcrowding. ECC observers noted that voters remained in long queues throughout the night in order to vote. ECC comments Liberians were turning out in their numbers to exercise their rights. ECC observers reported the entire election day process in the assigned polling places, starting with the opening, setup, and continuing through the voting, closing, counting processes, and the announcement of the results. Within their polling places, ECC observers witnessed next staff generally follow voting procedures, even though there was lack of some sensitive material at some voting precincts, coupled with the lack of proper queue control in most places observed. The queue control and management was not effective throughout the voting day in 13% of observed voting precincts. This had partly to do with the relatively high number of voters who were registered to vote in certain polling places. The lack of good management of the queues, combined with the long lines and long waiting, led to tension in some locations and violence in certain instances. In 99% of polling places observed, voters were systematically asked to present their voter registration card before being allowed to vote. And ECC observer noted that the finger of every voter was inked after voting in 99% of observed polling places. ECC observer reported that the ballot papers were systematically stamped before being handed to the voter. In 99% of polling places observed, the voting screen was placed in a way that guaranteed the secrecy of the vote. However, observers in 1% of observed polling places noted that the voting booth did not come as part of the material, and polling staff had to use their methods to show secrecy of the vote. In its mid-day statement, the ECC commended the NEC for ensuring the valuable participation of women as poll staff. Observers noted that only 25% of polling places had a woman as presiding officer. Therefore, efforts remain to be done in ensuring women are filled in leading positions at the polling places. In 94% of observed polling places, there were still voters in the queue at 6 p.m., which on one hand demonstrates the high interest of Liberians in exercising their rights to vote, but on the other hand raises questions about the threshold for distributing voters to polling places. In order to give the opportunity to vote, voters in the line, those who were in the line before 6 p.m., ECC observer reported that 26% of observed polling places closed at 6:30 p.m. and voting continued long into the night in several counties. Generally, NEC officials followed the procedures for closing and counting. ECC observers reported that there were party agents and representatives of the media and other observer groups present and observing the counting in most observed polling places. At observed polling places, party agents approved and signed the result form in all observed polling places. At the end of the counting, the presiding officer posted a copy of the result on the wall in 98% of polling places observed. During the voting, closing and counting process, the ECC observer reported a number of additional incidents that occurred at the assigned polling place. Primarily, ECC received reports from Sino where several centers impacted by the white ballot issue did not open on election day. There were other isolated reports of tension at some voting precincts, and in other instances, the denial of voters to vote. The ECC initially reported that in Sino, district number 2, the center did not open as 9 a.m. due to the delayed delivery of election materials resulting from transportation challenges. ECC later received reports that the NEC officials were instructed to conduct a voting on October 11, since the materials arrived late in the night. A total of 7 voting precincts were impacted. At the time in Riverside, district number 1, the ECC coordinator reported that the NEC magistrate informed her that the voting process did not happen on October 10 as scheduled due to the late arrival of the NEC staff. At the time of the release of this statement, the ECC could not reach the magistrate by phone by setting whether the voting process is happening today. ECC will continue to keep an eye on these real occurrences and provide any pertinent update. 7 people showed up to vote at the voting precinct in district number 1, Montserrat County, but their names were already listed as having voted, according to the report by ECC staff and the secretariat. The victims said they waited in line for extended periods, only to be told by NEC co-workers that they had already cast their ballots. Later, this problem led to tension, but it was quickly resolved by the state security agencies. An ECC observer in Montserrat, District number 2, reported serious tension from morning up to evening hours, and the security could not effectively control the crowd. The ECC observer reported fighting in the queues. The observer also saw 2 people lose consciousness due to the crowd. And the voting process was interrupted twice for more than 30 minutes each time. At one of the polling places, the large crowd was still present till 7:30 p.m., according to the observer's report. Similarly, in Montserrat District number 3, the polling precinct was congested. Voters were using 2 doors to enter the building before going to the various polling places. However, by 5 p.m., the voters ran out of patience and decided to force their way through. This, however, was promptly controlled. An ECC observer in Montserrat District number 17 stated that the man was discovered in possession of 24 voter identification cards that belonged to a number of people he had persuaded to double register. The NEC personnel later disallowed one of the perpetrators from voting since they discovered he had registered twice. His mother, a security guard, played a key role in the capture of the individual responsible for the violation. Later, he was detained and turned over to the police. This supports the ECC pre-election findings that people were involved in the buying of voter registration cards. The ECC has deployed its 19 county coordinators who are observing the tally of results at the NEC magisterial offices across the country. ECC will continue to follow this process and provide relevant updates at its conclusion. In view of the above, the ECC proposes the following recommendations. 1, to the National Elections Commission, that it provides timely information to the public on the timeline in the announcement of results, and if there are challenges with the process, the public should be timely informed. That the NEC treats all electoral disputes equally and adjudicate them in a timely and transparent manner. That the NEC will publish the election results polling place by polling place in an analyzable format and in a timely manner to allow election stakeholders to conduct in-depth analysis of the voting results. The NEC is encouraged to review the threshold in the assignment of voters at the polling places to ensure a smoother process, ease the lines, and shorten the waiting time. To political parties, independent candidates, and their supporters, we propose that they refrain from the announcement of results, as only the NEC has the statutory mandate to pronounce election results. If any political party or independent candidate has grievances on the outcome of the electoral results, they should follow the laws and procedures outlined in the Constitution and provisions outlined in the new elections law. To the Supreme Court, that the court should adjudicate all electoral petitions in a free, fair, and transparent manner. To the Liberia National Police, that the police demonstrates neutrality and professionalism in dealing with all post-electoral violence. To the media, it should refrain from disseminating misinformation and disinformation linked to the outcome of the election results. And finally, to civil society, that they continue to disseminate peace and safe education messages in order to reduce any perceived heightened tension. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oscar Block, the chairperson of the Elections Coordinating Committee.
Okay, folks, that was the press conference of the Election Coordinating Committee, the ECC. That is not the NEC. The ECC is a civil society organization involved in election monitoring in Liberia, the sub-region, and the rest of the world. So don't get it twisted. It's not the NEC. It's not the National Elections Commission. The NEC's press conference is at 4:30 p.m. and we already have our crew there. They will come on live as we did yesterday to go for us to broadcast the NEC's press conference, where we've been reliably informed, that they are going to start releasing preliminary results. And talking about preliminary results off air, I did speak with our Grand Creek County correspondent, Jacqueline Leface. She's going to put her results together.
Particular press briefing, Tapla raises as one of the deputy commissioners here at NEC. And of course, we will make sure we bring you the captured everything. That's our vehicle work is being parked at the parking lot. Security apparatus are also here to make sure that this place is secure. Remember, you have international people that are coming here and they will need a whole full grown and enormous securities because this election time, you don't trust anybody. But of course, it is what it is. But we're still here at the National Elections Commission. And of course, in a moment from now, we will be making our way in to have the press conference there or press briefing. And it's been docketed by law that within 15 working days, the National Elections Commission should be able, after elections, to be providing updates to the public about the electoral process. And these are from the ECOWAS Commission, elections observer from ECOWAS, as you can see. So these are elections observers from the ECOWAS sub-region. And they are making their way into the conference hall where the press briefing will be held. So yes, it is what it is. My name is Gibson G. Fox, and we say welcome to this live feed, this live broadcast, coming to you from Cinco 9th Street, Monrovia, Liberia, at the national headquarters of the National Elections Commission. So there are several people that are here, some of whom are observers international, some of whom are national observers here. And it's all about Liberia. That's the interest of this country. Liberians stood in queue for over 5, 4, 6 hours to cast their ballots. Preliminary unofficial results has been making airwaves on the media, on the social media, in street corners, at the level of intellectual forums. We've been hearing a whole sort of different reports. The only people by law that I claw with the full responsibility, folks, are the National Elections Commission. These people are the only entity that has the full responsibility to make sure that they give the resounding results. So every result coming from the National Elections Commission are official and they are facts about. So yes, we're here to cover and to capture. Like you've been saying, we have already in members of the ECOWAS mission observers in Liberia have already entered. We've had those on the Jaeger Africa observing team, they've entered. We have other international observer teams that have already entered.
into the conference room, and uh, they will uh, be observing the entire process, because remember, by law, the National Elections Commission should announce results in 15 working days. So October 25, of course, October 25 should be the day, and it is the day. It is a day where the National Elections Commission will be announcing official results here. Will be with official results here in at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. So before October 25, there will be preliminary results. So 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 we're now making way in the hall. As you can see, all of our media colleagues are making their way upstairs. So everything said, so we witnessed the arrival of the National Elections Commission head, Defi Brown Lassana, and our team of commissioners. The particular press briefing will be kick-starting, but until then, keep sharing the live video, invite more people to watch. As you can see, serial media institutions. Several media institutions are already here, international observers, those from ECOWAS, from the European Union, from the United States, embassy in Monrovia, from uh, the Jaeger Africa. They all here this time, as you can see, five. So we still, yeah, folks. What you are? What you doing? How are you doing it? Like to say thanks for joining us on our broadcast here. My name is Gibson G, and of course, we're here at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. Elections. Elections is everybody business. This is the slogan of the National Elections Commission. So we will be listening to, and of course, the NEC bots, Defi Ektal Brown Lysana, and beginning today upward till the 25th of October, as per law, in 15 working days, the National Elections Commission should be able to provide to the Liberian people the standing of elections results across the country in the 73 electoral districts for the representatives in 15 counties for the Senate, and of course for the presidency across the country. Liberians will be poised to listen to the National Elections Commission. This is the only certified body clothed with the constitutional The, so you can stay, so you can chop up, bro. So you can be chop up. Yeah. Chop up. Yeah, I can bring it. What if you have it? I'll put it. Just, I mean, I'm putting for me now. I probably don't worry. So, and in a moment from now on, we've been with the press conference, as we've been told, is expected to start at about 4:30 Liberian time. For So, like we'll continue to say, there is only one constitutionally right institution that is clothed with the authority to announce official elections result in this country. We follow the rest of Liberia's elections. We know that there's only one institution that is the national elections. So they get opinions on why, bro. Yeah, you know, no Spain, you opinion why that. And then a moment from now on, the National Elections Commission head, Davy Eta Brown Lansana, will be speaking to public and especially the media on trending national elections issues. Yesterday, Liberians from all walks of life, Liberians from all walks of life went to the polls, to exercise the constitutional franchise. And they voted. Liberians want to know who is definitely leading the case, who is definitely leading the elections in this country. We've heard a whole lot. If you listen to a radio station C, radio station B, radio station X, radio station D, you hear a whole lot of different results. I believe to be coming from different precinct centers and polling stations. But again, the best people to give us the results are the National Elections Commission. The National Elections Commission are the best people to give the results to the Liberian people officially, even though all of the results coming in are